the one thing that I always tell my children every single time, and especially my son, because he's my only son. I don't have any other boys. I always say, listen, always do what is going to honor God. Doesn't matter what you do as a job. You can sell tacos on the street. You can sell hot dogs out of a hot dog vending machine, whatever. As long as you're honoring God, it doesn't matter to me what you do.
Experience the growth, right? Because the reality is, as parents and adults don't have it all figured out. You know, like I thought my parents did, but the reality is like you're figuring it out every day. And to whatever extent you can allow your kids to see that and be a part of that is really special, because it's going to help shape them for like, this is real. But dude, I mean, a couple things, as you said multiple times, we plan everything. We sat down and decided how we wanted to do Christmas. Which, you know, when you start to say words like leadership and stuff like, you know, my wife, you know, surrendering to me or whatever, sometimes I think people get, you know, like they don't realize, like, wait a second. No, I said, let's sit down and talk about this. Let's plan. What do you want? What works for you? And really creating that collaboration, because I think some dudes either go way too strong and they just do whatever the hell they want. Some dudes are just so passive that no woman's going to respect him because he just does whatever she wants. He never steps in. And then third is like, you're giving your wife a voice. And I think a lot of women, regardless of what the culture says, right? Our culture says that we have given women a voice. In a lot of ways, it feels like smoke and mirrors. Mm-hmm. But in the context of your home, men, we have to give our wife a voice, and not just the naggy voice, right? Like we joke about. It's like, and if you're experiencing that, that's because you haven't done your due diligence to create enough margin to sit down and what are the expectations? Like, what is it that matters to you? And then how do I come in as so here's a great example. And then I'm going to ask you my last question. Like my wife it's like, she cannot have peace unless the kitchen's clean. She just can't. Mm-hmm. And on one hand, I could be like, dude, what the heck? Like, just sit down, chill out, whatever. Or I could just let her do it every day and be pissed at us. And we just recently, about 4 or 5 months ago, set this new standard. We have 5 kids. Every kid has a shutdown at the end of the night. So I don't care if it's 9 o'clock, 9:30, 10 o'clock. Every kid has a shutdown. And then another kid the next morning has to empty the dishwasher. So that means like all day, people can just load the dishwasher. And it's like, dude, I just have to enforce that. And life is so much better. But I had to give her a voice instead of saying, you're just like your mom, or this is annoying, or why can't you get over it? Or if it matters to you, do it yourself. Like all the things that seem like, why not just say that? But give her a voice. Like, why does this matter? And then be the dad that implements some strategic strategy to make it happen. And then freaking beat the kids. They don't do it.
No, you're 100% correct, man. That's exactly how I run my household. It's like, laundry is huge for us because there's a ton of us, right?
Yeah.
And so I told my wife, I said, look, I come home and I see she's tired and all the laundry is done. I'm like, you're an incredible woman, but you're my wife and I don't want you to be that tired. There's 6 of us. So let's look at this. So my job as a husband is to be the head of the body, right? And her job is to submit to me. And here's what that means. It doesn't mean that she's lesser than me. It means that I have a mission and she comes right alongside me, right? She's subbing that submission, right? She's coming alongside the mission and we're pushing forward through it together. So I said, here's what we're going to do. We'll get together and then I'll put all the laundry in, or you'll put all the laundry in. One of us will put the laundry in. The other one will do the dryer. And then whenever we get it all out, we call all the kids and we say, immediately start looking for your own clothes. Your mom's going to teach you how to fold it. And then we're all going to do it. I do mine as well. And then we all put it away. And my daughter's immediately, Dad, why do we have to do this? Right? Why can't mom just do it? And so
you're like, nope.
and so my response to them was, well, here's the thing, guys. We're a family. We are not your slaves. We don't work for you. We don't do anything for you. Do we serve you? Yeah, we serve you by working, putting a roof over your head, giving you clothing and things like that. Aside from that, we're a family that's on a mission together. And our mission is that if one of us fails, we all fail. And so if your mom is really tired at the end of the night, we have failed her because she's done way too much.
Dude, that's so
Right?
good.
She's done way too much. So your responsibility as a member of this family is to pull some of your weight. Now that you're older, now that you understand more, you'll do more. And as your siblings get older, you will all do more because you're part of this family. If you weren't a part of this family, I don't care. We can have guests here. We'll do their laundry, whatever. We're not going to do it forever, and they're not welcome to stay here forever. But, but you guys have something to do, and you have to get it done, because that's what being a family is helping each other out, doing what you need to do to further the mission of the family. So all of you guys are submitting to this mission. What's my mission? Getting the laundry done, right? I've come up with a plan. All of y'all submit to the mission, and here we are now, and we have a good plan, and it's been going well, right? So that's good. That's how I do everything.
That's good, man. And I think if we could, as men, bring that, as fathers, bring that into our home. If mom is burnt out, tired, pissed by 8 o'clock, that means we failed her.
That does, yeah.
That's and dude, our kids are all, I mean, good gosh, we live in 2024 in America. Our kids have the best lives ever, right? They can freaking help out and get things going in the house. Yeah, love it. Okay, my friend, dude, I've so loved our time together. I love your laugh. I love your approach to life. I just really had a great time meeting and connecting with you. My last question for you is a legacy question. If you were to stand in a cul-de-sac and peer into your children's homes in 30, 40 years from now, they may have families, they may be married, there may be kiddos. When you peer into those windows, what is it that you see being played out, and it puts a smile on your face or a tear in your eye to go, I showed up. I did what I was supposed to do?
The one thing that I always tell my children every single time, and especially my son, because he's my only son. I don't have any other boys. I always say, listen, always do what is going to honor God. Doesn't matter what you do as a job. You can sell tacos on the street. You can sell hot dogs out of a hot dog vending machine, whatever. As long as you're honoring God, it doesn't matter to me what you do. You can whatever. You can rake leaves for a living. I don't care, as long as you honor God. So the one thing that would bring that joy to my heart is seeing every single one of my children with their kids and their family leading out of the scriptures. That's the one thing that, like I was telling you before, if I can teach my kids about business, I can teach my kids about anything, but if I haven't given them the gospel, then I haven't taught them anything. Because at the end of the day, when we pass away, all that stuff stays. When I become dust once again, all of my money that I have, everything that I have is going to be here on this earth with my kids, and that's what I'm going to leave them. Nah, I'm going to leave them with the understanding that they will see me again, because their dad served a God and gave his life to the Lord, and they'll see me again. And so that's what would bring the most joy to me, is for all of them to follow the Lord in such a way that they're unwavering, that they cannot be moved, their foundation is strong in God, so that when all this hardship comes, because they're going to have hardship, right? That's the one thing that we know for sure that we'll have in this world is taxation and hardships. And so and so when we go through those hardships, are you going to be rooted and founded on the principles of God? Because if you're not, you're going to be swayed by a lot. And so that's what I'm hoping for, Ned, is that they all understand and know how important that everything their dad did, every decision that I made, every choice that I made was rooted in Jesus Christ.